This is a 20-minute video, and it could possibly change everything you ever thought about when it comes to breaking your nightly wine habit. In just a few days, you'll discover how you could be spending your evenings feeling clear headed, self assured, and fully participating in your life again. There is a little known, simple, but powerful method that is now being used by women just like you to break their nightly wine habit and get back to feeling like their true selves. It includes the same principles I use to say goodbye to my evening crutch after being trapped in a binging cycle for nearly 20 years. My name is Angelina Pinnell, and I have been researching the biochemistry of alcoholism for nearly 2 decades and using a holistic, integrated, functional approach with my clients for more than 9 years. Today, we know that what we put into our bodies has a deep impact, not only on how our bodies look, but also on our genetic expressions, our emotions, our feelings, and our ability to break unhealthy habits. I'm 53 years old, happily married, and I enjoy a successful career and a variety of outdoor activities in all seasons, daily energy work and exercise, and spending time with my two teenagers. I'm living my best life in all areas of my life. And it's all thanks to having no interest, no desire, and not being triggered to consume wine or cocktails as a means of stress reduction, recreation, or reward. The reason is because I have been able to do something none of the mainstream recovery experts have been able to figure out. I want to share something that will fundamentally alter the way you perceive this habit. It takes less than 60 minutes and doesn't require you to adorn any outdated label or announce to strangers you're struggling with alcohol. In fact, it has really no risk at all. I have pulled together three of the fundamental nutrition practices that my clients follow inside my signature program, which allows them to experience the falling away of cravings and desires for wine in a way that doesn't leave them feeling like they're missing something at the end of their day or dreading that next social event. These three nutrition fundamentals offer quick and easy action steps that you can start implementing from the privacy of your own kitchen right away. So you too can start experiencing that confidence. It's like getting backdoor access to the methodology I share with my clients inside my program and the opportunity to ask your questions. These are the same exact fundamentals being used by my clients who have found themselves drinking a bottle of wine or more a night and who needed to end the self sabotage without taking months out of their busy lives. I discovered a significant gap in common recovery approaches years ago when I was trying to piece together what I should do to stop that intrusive thought and desire for wine or cocktails that took over my thinking. I experienced firsthand how making consistent changes in the nutrients I ate enabled me to go from secretly consuming cocktails in preparation for an evening out to feeling confident and comfortable in my own skin without the social lubricant in any group. That's when I realized what the experts who were all talking about changing your relationship with alcohol or playing the movie forward had completely missed. Their approach completely overlooked what is needed to successfully correct your brain's biochemical reliance on alcohol for good. This is why their success rates continue to be so dismally low. As I dug in deeper, I learned there were critical systems in the body that played a key role in perpetuating the nightly pattern, and that the key to long term abstinence or relaxed and comfortable moderation was to give these systems the attention they needed to reverse the cellular patterns that work to underpin the nightly cravings. I'm going to be sharing these fundamentals with you live in just a few short days, so you can stop worrying that this problem will never change for you, or even worse, that you may develop even scarier health concerns. I will be sharing live because I know how important it is for you to have access to me and ask all of your questions. Not only do I still use these fundamentals to maintain my confidence and peace of mind, regardless of the stressors of raising teenagers or the dinner parties and celebrations we love to host, but I've actually taught these to dozens and dozens of women who have maintained their successful abstinence or moderation long after working with me. This has worked so well for me and the women that I've helped that they have shared hundreds and hundreds of accolades and testimonials over the years, including video interviews, sharing how what I teach has helped them feel truly happy with their choice to leave wine or cocktails out of their diet and how they simply have no interest or desire for it. This live presentation does not involve streams and streams of me telling you what you're currently doing is all wrong. I think we all have enough experience with this habit to know what doesn't work. It's also not a 30,000-foot overview of what you should be doing with no real tangible takeaways that would only leave you with more questions than answers. This has nothing to do with all the things that most recovery experts will tell you to do to change the way you think about alcohol. This presentation is all about giving you the right information to help you start changing the chemistry of your brain and breaking its habitual pattern of signaling you to consume wine or cocktails. The information in this unique and special presentation is something you've probably never considered. All you need is your phone or computer and an internet connection, and by just following the 3 fundamental nutritional strategies I'm going to share with you, you'll begin quieting down that biochemical messaging in your brain that is currently programmed to keep you seeking a glass of wine at the end of your day. These nutrition fundamentals are so powerful that my clients implement them. They begin to experience notable changes in as little as 5 to 10 days. Isn't that amazing? This is because changing what you put into your body will change how each of the cells functions and responds to chemical and physical stimuli in your body and brain. And when you interrupt the alcohol reward-seeking chemical pathway in the brain, you can begin to break your habit too. I discovered that releasing my brain from the biochemical loop it was caught in through this holistic, integrated, and functional approach is the little-known missing piece to complete and lasting success, which doesn't leave you white-knuckling it or feeling like you're depriving yourself of the alcohol-induced euphoria. Because when you use the fundamental nutrition practices I'm going to share with you, you begin to change critical systems in the body that play a key role in perpetuating the nightly pattern. And this change has a cascading impact throughout the brain and body that can lead to things like less irritability, anxiousness, or boredom, improved sleep and physical energy, less wine weight, and clarity of mind. Let me explain and show you exactly how you can remove your biochemical triggers from the comfort of your own kitchen. Many years ago, I had a deeply transformative experience that served as a true turning point in my life. The day began like any other Saturday. I went about my routine of preparing meals and cleaning the house. I had a special dinner planned with family and friends later that evening, so closer to that time, I took a refreshing shower to get ready. And as I stepped out of the shower, because as we know, all great epiphanies occur in the shower, I was struck by the realization that I wasn't preoccupied with thoughts of how I was going to sneak in a few drinks before we left the house for dinner. Because up until that time, and all of my life prior, I looked forward to the pre-party party. In fact, I looked forward to any reason to drink, whether it was at the end of my workday for stress reduction, getting together with friends for recreation, or rewarding myself for my achievements, or just alleviating boredom. But on that day, something had switched in my brain. I wasn't fixated on having a drink to change my state of mind. For the first time in my life, I wasn't trying to stop feeling uncomfortable, like I wasn't smart enough to carry my own in a conversation with people I was meeting up with, or that I wasn't interesting or funny enough for them to enjoy my company, or even that I wasn't attractive enough to be by them on that merit alone. And it was at that moment that I knew that everything I tried to achieve through nutrition leading up to that point had actually exceeded my expectation and changed the balance of chemistry in my brain. At that pivotal moment, I set out to reverse engineer what I had done for myself to prove my experience was real, that the freedom I experienced standing outside my shower wasn't a fluke, and most importantly, it was reproducible. Because when you no longer experience that relentless fixation of consuming wine or cocktails to change how you feel, you can achieve complete independence from it. So you can end a stress-filled day feeling grounded and in control, able to respond to people and circumstances around you rather than feeling out of touch and reactionary. You can have the clarity, focus, and determination to see your plans through and accomplish your goals rather than find yourself withdrawing and spending countless hours scrolling through social media or checking out with Netflix. You can show up to any social event feeling comfortable, confident, and easily able to tap into your innate excitability and happiness to up-level the good times without reaching for an external stimulus. And once you start using the 3 fundamental pillars in this little known and powerful method, you'll begin to feel just how the power of food can stop your desire for wine in as little as 90 days. And the best part is you can do this from the privacy and comfort of your own kitchen. The development and validation of this method took more than 3 years and included the review of hundreds and hundreds of scientific articles, studies, and other resources, in addition to my professional and personal experience. All of this effort revealed key nutritional components essential for rectifying the imbalances, deficiencies, and dysregulation of both the body and brain that contributed to the brain's desire for alcohol. And as of today, there have been hundreds and hundreds of women who have raised their hand to learn how to stop the cravings on a biological level and get out of the hamster wheel once and for all. This has worked for me, it has worked for others, and most importantly, it's going to work for you. Here are just a few of the women who have attended my live presentation in the past and accessed this exclusive information to begin changing their lives for the better. Elizabeth from Illinois, USA shares, the class gave me some hope and science behind stopping my drinking. Alicia from Delaware, USA shares, this is so interesting to me as a nurse. I like the science-based approach. You also seem to genuinely want to help, and I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I'm thrilled that I'm here today. And Radine from Alberta, Canada shares, I thought your class was fantastic, very informative. I'm interested in learning more about the triggering. Jody from Colorado, USA shares, your presentation was so helpful and inspiring. Kathy from Ontario, Canada shares, I really liked your masterclass. I had never considered that there were stages of this condition. I just saw it as black or white. Either you were addicted or you weren't. Thank you for the enlightenment. Pamela from Alberta, Canada shares, your class was very valuable to me. Thank you. Trisha from Alberta, Canada shares, your training was really good and so important for every woman you help. And Sally from New York, USA shared, your program is the missing link in recovery from alcohol use disorder that other programs don't include. In just a few days, I'm going to show you what I showed them so you too can discover how to stop the cycle and get back in control again. The reason why I'm sharing my knowledge and helping women understand what's at the root of their reliance on wine or cocktails is twofold. First, I find it disheartening to think that in the 1930s, Bill Wilson, the co-founder of Alcoholics Anonymous, discovered that simple vitamins could significantly decrease alcohol's cravings in some men. But when his groundbreaking findings were dismissed by the medical profession, AA, the most popular form of recovery at that time, took a different path. And in my opinion, one that contributed to the labeling, negative stigma, and shame associated with alcohol dependence that still persists today. By sharing my knowledge of the power of nutrition to address the underlying root causes contributing to a woman's susceptibility to developing this condition, I am helping women look at their challenges from an entirely different health perspective. Secondly, doing this is my way of lifting women up, empowering them with knowledge, which is the secret to sustainable success. I believe that performing selfless acts of service and generosity towards women like you, I'm creating a positive energy cycle that will bring abundance into my future. So here is what this will do for you today. Number one, this insider information is going to take you behind the scenes of how women are now getting off the hamster wheel using this little known method to crush their cravings. And how, by using these 3 fundamental nutrition practices each day, you can finally begin to say goodbye to the stress and struggles these nightly routines have kept you tied to, and on with enjoying your evenings the way you deserve to. Number 2, once you know how the method works, you'll be given step-by-step instructions on what to do and how to do it. Once you follow the instructions, you'll be able to rest assured that you're in control of your decision-making and you can navigate the essentials for mental and emotional wellness. When you put these 3 fundamental nutrition practices into motion, you'll be able to recognize how these changes work to end the cycle of self-negotiating you're struggling with, no matter how difficult change may feel right now. Here's how to make it happen. Click the button below this video. When you click that button, you'll be taken to a page where you can sign up to get access to the powerful live presentation that's happening in just a few days. And you'll get a link to add the event to your calendar, so you'll be certain to set aside that valuable time. You'll also receive reminder emails from me closer to the time of the live, so you'll be sure not to miss it. The fundamental nutrition practices are very easy, and I will walk you through each one of them and answer every question you have. It really is empowering. Next, when you show up for this live presentation, you'll also get access to the What's Your Alcohol Biotype quiz. And based on your results, you'll receive personalized nutrition recommendations directly from me to help kickstart your success. After that, it's as simple as following the instructions of what to do and how to do it. It doesn't matter if you're currently drinking 3, 4, or 5 glasses or a bottle or more of wine an evening or cocktails. Other women in the past have started from the same place you might be right now. They attended the presentation and have successfully left the wine behind. One woman went from feeling embarrassed about drinking a bottle of wine a night to knowing with 100% confidence that she would never bring it back into her diet. Another not only went from drinking 2 bottles of wine a night to removing it entirely, she also quit smoking cigarettes with no cravings for either one of them in less than 6 months. One woman went from drinking 3 to 4 glasses of wine a night and stuck in a relationship with a man who was dependent on alcohol to not having any desire for wine and ending that unhealthy relationship. Another went from 4 to 5 drinks a night at home to not drinking at home and being able to enjoy 1 or 2 drinks at work events without feeling out of control in less than 6 months. Another woman went from drinking a liter of wine a night, always worrying about who would drive their children around to activities, to not having any desire for alcohol, taking on major house renovations and feeling comfortable and pressure-free when socializing with friends in less than 5 months. One woman went from drinking as many as 4 glasses of liquor a night and being told by her coworkers they were concerned about her ability to function in her job, to not having any interest in alcohol and being able to face a life and death crisis on the job, knowing that she did all the right things and made all the best decisions. These are just a few of the stories that are happening to others. And when you attend this masterclass, it can happen to you too. I am so confident that this will help you push the needle in the right direction. I'm going to make you an offer you cannot refuse. Inside my signature program, my clients receive curated meal plans and recipes, which include specially chosen foods that promote the correction of imbalances, deficiencies, and dysregulations that allow the brain to move out of its current innate survival mode and away from dependency into freedom and thriving mode. Meal plans like this can cost hundreds of dollars. So when you attend my live presentation and ask all your questions, I'm going to share with you a 7-day meal plan with my most impactful foods to support your mind and body through your transition away from the wine or cocktails. But I'm not sharing this for profit. I'm doing this to change women's lives. I'm doing this so any woman who needs this can have access to the information they need to change the pattern of their alcohol consumption and their health for the better. And I'm giving you this for free. Now think about it. What would this be worth to you if you could potentially save a couple $100s on a curated meal plan to meet your needs? Not to mention the hundreds and potentially thousands of dollars that you could save once you have taken wine or cocktails out of your diet. I'm confident you'll find incredible value in what I share. This opportunity requires no financial investment, so it is low risk and only requires your time. To take advantage of this opportunity, simply click the button below. You'll be taken to a registration page. Once you register, you'll receive a confirmation email and you'll be able to add that event to your calendar. On the day of the masterclass, you'll also receive a class workbook, so you'll be able to easily follow along with all the material I'll be sharing and make important notes so your workbook becomes a helpful resource for you in the future. You can also use the workbook to write down any questions that arise for you between now and then that you're going to want to make sure that you ask during the class. This really is the opportunity that will change your life forever. Remember, when you ask for a sign, the universe typically delivers. So I want to encourage you to take advantage of this opportunity today before the next month, season, or year goes by and you find yourself still stuck in the same routine and potentially unhealthier. I really look forward to chatting with you personally and helping you to achieve all of your goals. But you're still here instead of clicking that button, which means you're not 100% sure yet, or because you have been unsuccessful in the past, you fear that nothing will work, or because you're a strong, determined woman, you should be able to do this all on your own. But you're here on this page for a reason. You invested a lot of time watching this video. You did that for a reason too. Of course, you could choose to ignore everything you've already heard, but think about it. If I'm wrong, you're just out an hour of your time. But if I'm right, what then? Take care.